Week 1 of the NHL season's down. Here's what happened, boys. The Cats start the year with fans a little worried about Barkey and Chucky watching from the side. Game 1, they just barely beat the Hawks 3-2 in a game they probably should have won by 3 or 4 goals, but thanks to a stellar performance by Spencer Knight, she stayed tight the whole way through. They were then off to Philly to face Tocchet's Flyers, in which they gave them another tough battle, but they left the building 2-0, feeling pretty good heading into Game 3 against an extremely solid Ottawa Senators, where they rinsed them 6-2. I'd say it's safe to say Cats fans' nerves aren't so high, and it's looking like even without Florida's stars, they're still the Florida fucking Panthers 3-0 through Week 1. Over in Boston, the Bruins are showing the league that despite their core of Marshy, Coyle, Frederic, and Carlo departing last season, it still means something to be a Bruin. It looks like the culture that Marshy, Bergeron, and Chara built is being carried on through Sway, Pasta, and McAvoy, and maybe, just maybe, this underwhelming Bruins roster won't perform as poorly as we thought 3-0 through Week 1, boys. Out in Buffalo, I hope fans are bringing their jocks to the game because it's looking like another season of nut kicks for anyone who supports this club. 0-2 off the bat, no signs of hope, at least not yet. Now, speaking of nut kicks, it's not a good week to be a Tampa fan. 0-2, allowing 10 goals through their first couple. They play the Bees tomorrow morning or today, depending on when you're watching, which will say a lot about who the Bruins and who Tampa plan to be this season. Out in Vegas, Dorofeyev starting red hot, exactly as I expected, with 5 goals through his first 3 games. The kid is only 25, scored 35 last year, and that was before they added Mitch Marner to the mix. That power play is dominant, and he's the shooter in that spot all year long. I'd say it's a good time to have Dorofeyev on your fantasy team, folks. Down in Long Island, fans aren't happy about the 0-2 start, and one of their guys nearly being put out on a stretcher thanks to Ovi's stomach, but for some reason, they can't stop smiling, and it's thanks to this 18-year-old stud popping a tuck and an assist through his first 2 games, and let's look at these plays. The assist wasn't just some breakout pass. This kid gets the puck on his stick in a situation where most D-men are dumping that deep or throwing it on net. Well, he spots his boy right in the slot, has the patience to slow it down, make the play, and there you go. Now on the goal, we got a shit show in front of the net. Most rookie D-men aren't even thinking about scoring. They're staying back on that blue, but not Schaefer. He rips down like a fucking eagle spotting a worm, pounces for the tuck. He's only 18, but he's playing like a 10-year vet. The losses ain't pretty, but honestly, who cares now that you've got this kid to build around? Now over in Chicago, they're losing games, but Bedard's letting Anderson and everyone else in the fucking league know they ain't going down without a fight. Additionally, it's looking like they finally found the right guy for Bedard to play with in Burakovsky. He can shoot, he can feed, he can skate. I think he's good for 70+, propelling Connor to his first 90+ point season, boys. In oil country, Edmonton kicks off the year with a classical choke against the Flames, followed up by a vicious and utter domination over the Canucks in a game that should have been 9-1 if it wasn't for Demko. The Oilers controlled 99% of the game. The Canucks did absolutely nothing besides Kane steamrolling one of his old teammates, but all in all, I thought it was a perfect hockey game for the Oilers and a sad fucking embarrassment for the Canucks if your name is not Thatcher Demko. Eichel, Necas, Kaprizov, Boldy, and Mack lead us in points through Week 1. This recap is brought to you by Shooters, an NHL betting community we created for the boys that acts like a virtual sports bar on your phone. Thanks for watching. Hammer the subscribe button. We'll see you next time, folks.